Oh, that hangout went live quickly. Boom. Google was like on it today. It said, I am going first. Get you Facebook. I don't care about you. Whew. Hey, everybody. It's Lewis Porter Jr. And apparently it is going crazy up in here on this lovely, lovely day. Boom. Flip that. Flip that. I'm loving this. I'm doing all kinds of fun stuff for today. Boom. I just put up my new thing on YouTube with my name and my new AKA MC Hard Work Pays Off. Y'all don't know about that. So, yeah, let's just get into it tonight. Because, well, I should introduce myself because maybe you don't know who I am. Hey, I'm Lewis Porter Jr., and you're watching Transparency Agenda Daily. Let's start off with our usual excitement, and I use the word excitement as in AKA Kickstarters because God knows there's only like so many Kickstarters going on. Like everybody and their mother's doing a Kickstarter. It's crazy up in here. I don't know why so many people are doing Kickstarters, but that's just the way it is. But that's good for us because there's new products coming out, new things potentially for us to pick up, and more money to spend that we don't have, but we got to spend it on some cool stuff. So here we go. Starting off with Lore of the Gods, 4,600, well, 4,665 to be exact. A week left, 7 days, 115 people. Boom, they reach their goal. They're $600 above. I don't know how far they're going to go. I'm going to say they're going to crap at about $6,000. It could go either way, but like I said, they got to do some more promotions. I already said that from day one. I can't understand they don't listen to me, but I digress. Next up, Dark Naga. Dark Naga, boom, got their 4,000. Boom. Who is calling my phone? You know, I'm doing my show. They just got over 4,000. They reached their goal with 3 days left. So that considers to be a winner. If I was them, I'd still cancel it and start it over because people have just told you how much they really are not really psyching this. And this is a 5e product that should have a fan base crazy. I mean, that's why I know I'm always a little sketchy on 5e now. I think people have been talking about 5e is the best thing going. I'm not 100% sure about that, especially on Kickstarters. But what do I know? I've been wrong before. Next up, Eclipse Phase, 127,000. Boom, 3,000 away. Well, 27. Well, sorry, 2,740. Sorry, $33 away from the next big goal. Yeah, it's 130,000. So they're still moving well. They got 7 days left. You know, they ain't crying. I mean, with initial goal of 35,000, they're doing okay. And last up, Adventure Kit, Oath of the Frozen King. 13,000, just over 13,000. And I'll tell you the truth, I don't even know what this thing is about. I mean, I read it and it got me interested, but I still don't know what I'm really getting. But it looks professional. The videos look more professional than a lot of professional guys I know. So I'm like, if this is their first attempt, great first attempt. I mean, boom, these guys, you know, and I hate to say it like this, I wish they would put like somebody's, you know, rule system on it. I get why it's, you know, whatever you want, but you know, guys, you got to commit. You got to pick one. It's like a girlfriend. You got to pick one. You can't have 7 of them. That's not polite. I'm just saying. That's how I do. I mean, I don't have 7 at a time. I wish. Well, I really don't wish that. Who am I kidding? I'm not stupid. But I'd like to, you know, get this. Uh-oh, Emily, you are painting while watching this? What are you, crazy? Good Lord. Do you see the shirt I'm wearing? It's tie-dye. That should tell you how crazy I am today. Come on. All right, maybe not that crazy, but you know what I'm saying. You know, get with it. Everybody get with it. Next up, of course, I'm going to do my lovely self-promotion promo because I'm all about self-promoting. And, of course, we're going to talk about the 2 things I love the most. Number 1 being Neo Exodus because that's just awesome. Legacies, I dropped some like super knowledge on some people today on Legacies, and Stonemaier. I don't know what's going on with Stonemaier today. I didn't check it today. Today I've been busy. It's busy. Wednesday's a busy day. If you did not know that, Wednesday is like my busiest day when I get home. Another, you know, waiting some more stuff. Come on, more blogs, but of course there's always stuff to read. But let me tell you what we were doing today over at Legacies. Well, a couple of things. I guess, yeah, since I could talk about it, since we're kind of talking about the topic here. Boom. How much do you plan this? Why are people asking me these questions when I'm doing my show? All right. So today I gave a little look. We've always wanted to include third-party guys. And I've always said that. So I found a way to possibly do that. And what I've done was, and I stole this. This total stolen idea. Don't think I'm some kind of genius. I stole this 100%. You could put other races from other third-party characters into our organized play. So we talked, well, they didn't talk. We went to, well, I saw the ones I wanted to include. That's what I included. Storm Bunny Studios, Dreamscard Press, Fat Goblin Games, Cobalt Press, John Brazier Enterprises, Paradigm Concepts, and, of course, myself. And, like, we made, like, different races. So you can play all kinds of different races from these guys. If you're a member of Neo Exodus Legacies, you can go check it out. I mean, I know it's a closed group, and you guys can just go and look and see what we're giving away. Plus, I put, for a lot of people who don't know, I put $200 as what the minimum would be for that level. And I've decided, I've changed my mind while doing some work earlier. I said, I've changed my mind. I think I'm going to change it to like $100 Because I think $200 is really too much. I think it should be $100. I think people will like it at $100 a whole lot more, and there'll be a little more. People want to get it. I mean, certain people want to play certain races. It's cool when you play other races from stuff you might already play. So if you're a fan of Rune and you say, "Hey, I wish I could play. I could play an Arandi in New Access Legacy." Bam, you can, just like that. Boom, just like that. Or if you said, "I love June's Card Press, and geez, I wish I could play a blues in my thing." Bam, you can do it just like that. Boom, set to go. So I'm all excited about that. Oh, I forgot to turn off like my mother-in-law. That makes me a bad person. I just realized my lights off with my mother-in-law. So it's outside, but if it's really bad, she'll knock. I'm such a horrible son sometimes. Well, it is my mother-in-law. I mean, I'm a great son-in-law. I mean, but still my mother-in-law. But I digress. So yeah, so that's where we are. So we've been talking a lot today about why I'm doing this and why, if you're a fan of society, you should try us out. And it's like, look, it really came down to me thinking about what is the purpose of this? Is it just to make a new place world plan? It's like, no. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like New Access. I made it. Of course, I like it. But it's like, I want people to play different things. I want it to feel different. I want people who play organized play to get something different. I've heard the same concept from a lot of people from organized play, which makes me laugh a little bit and kind of scare me at the same time, is that people say, "Oh, I wish this thing was a little different," or "I wish that thing was a little bit different. I wish they changed this little thing." And it doesn't seem like they're going to be doing that. So it's like, the big thing for me was like, okay, number one, let's figure out how we can tell a story, an actual story, beginning, middle, end. I mean, like Babylon 5, beginning, middle, end. And things that happen at the end will affect the next thing coming. So we've kind of focused on that. We also really, really focused on making sure that if you are actually spending time playing our game, it isn't just kill monster, get treasure. Because as fun as that is, don't get me wrong, that's fun. That can get boring real quick. I mean, video games do that very well. I don't think people want to do that. I think people want to kill monster, change the world environment they play in. So some of the stuff that we added on that we thought would be, at least I thought would be a great idea, was because people complained. The biggest complaint I noticed from people were, "I don't want to sign up for your Kickstarter because I'll get stuff that makes me more powerful than the other guys who come in late." And people were like, "Well, that's not fair to the guys coming in late." I get that. I understand your reasoning for it. I understand your dislike for it. But here's the thing. The people who are supporting us not knowing if this king does well, if it falls apart, or if it just craps out. They're taking a chance with us, and they're not taking a free chance. It's not like we're doing all this and they're just like, "Oh, we picked up their interest free." No, they're giving us money, so they should get something for it. I believe they should get something for it. I think it's not a big deal to give them something for it. I think the things we're giving for them are reasonable to what they are going to be getting, and I think most importantly, they will like the stuff they're getting. That's really important thing, because if you want to support us but you don't support it, well, then go to low level. You can. If you give us $1, give us $1, the back is for $1. But I know I get there. We're gonna give you a thank you. We'll say thank you because we do appreciate the money, and most importantly, we're gonna use your name. This is the second word. We're gonna use your name as inspiration for naming a rare or unique magic item or weapon. So, it isn't just like, "Oh, I got nothing. I got but we're gonna name something after you. We're gonna find something that we're gonna name after you. And if your name has got something, you've got a bad name, like a horrible name, we can like really mess up and embarrass you. We're gonna do that. Ron Fraser, Adventures League is the same as PFS. Something new and different can be the most welcome thing. Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand that, Ron. I really don't. I've never understood why people don't want to see changes in organized play. I think people are so used to playing the same thing the same way, and we're like, okay, great, we're gonna give you that same kind of feel, but when you do something in our game, it's gonna affect what happens. The guys did Arcanus, I think that was one of the best things they did, and they got a huge fan base from that. And the guys that loved it played it, and they still love it, and they still think it was one of the most innovative settings they did. And Henry, I hate saying like this, but Henry's gotta give him some credit. Henry did a great job thinking that out, and that's something we said, from day one. I sat down with Michael. I'm like, look, here's what we want to do. Here's what we want to do in each season. This is where we want it to run, and this is where we want to do these beats, so we can have this feeling for this and this. And it isn't just, it's just random things happen. Yeah, things happen, but don't kid yourself. We've got a plan for this. We are planning for things to happen. We are planning for very specific things to happen. You do X, Y, Z, you're going to get 1, 2, 3. But it may not be 1, 2, 3. It might be 2, 3, 1, or 3, 2, 1, or 0, 0, 0. We don't know. We're going to set you up for stuff. we have stuff planned that we are kind of trying to move you in a direction like this. But at the same time, give you enough freedom that you can really do the cool things you want to do. And if you want to go off the beaten path and try something, yeah, but you really can't do too much of that. Well, maybe you can. Maybe we got an idea for that. See? But you don't know if you won't come check us out. You won't know if you won't come look at it. A lot of you are like, oh, I'm playing organized play, and that's all I can handle. And I don't really need anything else. Da, da, da. And I'm just like, dude, you can always get more. Don't act like you can't get more stuff. We're gamers. This isn't like I've got enough games. No more games for me. I'm done. No more games. No, that doesn't happen from us. We say, oh, a new game? What's this? Let me see this. Oh, let me check this out. So yeah, boom. Yeah, here's a question. This came in from David Jarvis, friend of ours, friend of the show, friend of mine. How much are you planning to ask for your Pathfinder Society Kickstarter? Okay, we are planning to ask for $6,000. That's 6 with 3 zeros at the end. Yes, not 60, not 3, but $6,000. The reason we chose that amount was that will cover our first 10 adventures. We think that will cover everything. These are the main adventures that are core to it. These are the ones we planned out saying, no matter what happens, these 10 are going to be played, and this is the core piece. Ta-da! From that, we add every 2,000 or 3,000 other cool stuff. And I can tell you now. Can I tell you now? I mean, do you guys want to know? I'll tell you. I can do whatever I want. But this might change too. This may not be permanent. Don't think anything I tell you is permanent. Things change. So, for $6,000, you get 10 adventures minimum. That's a 10 you get minimum. When we reach another $2,000, we get 3 more adventures. Another $2,000, 3 more adventures. Another $3,000, we get 4 Kickstarter exclusive adventures playable only by the donors. These are 4 adventures. They're only going to be readily available for donors to get, or, this is something else important to know, stores that have supported this Kickstarter. Stores that support a Kickstarter, they get these 4 adventures too. So you could be out of town, come there and play there, but you got to play at that store. So the only way you get is either a donor or you go to a store to do it. That's it. That's the only way. All right. Continuing on, we've got 5 encounters. Now, this is a little thing that's different. A lot of people are like, why are you doing encounters? Why are our encounters different than what you're seeing with adventures? Yes, our encounters are much smaller. They're considered to be 1 experience point, and it's actual role playing. It's not hack and slash. There's probably going to be none, if minute, and I mean minute amount of this for the encounter. The encounter plays more of the storyline and the stuff we're looking to build. So we're having that in there. And like I said, you can play it. You don't have to play. You don't have to. But there's 5 experience points all together that could really help increase the background of the story, the stuff that you don't know what's going on. Like, why is this doing this? Why do these guys do this? You get that kind of thing. That's the purpose of it. And we want to just we find a cool way to do it. We think this is a great way to do it. We think our encounters will be very well. Actually, technically, that's not the actual name that we're using. What is the name we're using? I keep calling them encounters because that's what I have in my head, but that's not the actual name. We're actually calling them sidetracks. Yeah, I think actually we are calling them sidetracks because we call, I can't remember what they're called, the main adventures, but I digress. So there is a lot of stuff going on with that. And then from there, you have another $2,000 New Access Legendary Tales. So we will ask our buddy Eric Scott DeB to do some more writing for us, which really means I get to twist his arm and beat him with a stick, because I like that part. So we're going to do some more adventures, maybe probably 2, if not 3 stories if we can see him getting to write. For another $3,000, we're going to be doing our Season 1 Battle Interactive. And this is the big battle. This is something that we are planning to make awesome. I'm not even going to try to front. I don't want to tell you what it is, but it's going to be awesome. And if it works out really well, we'll be playing it at Origins. It'll be a big hit at Origins. And we might have played it, and when I say Origins, I don't mean 2017. Sorry. I'm talking 2018. Yeah, that's right, 2018. But if it works out really well at Gen Con 2018, we'll be playing the first part of this, and then the first part of Season 2, if it all works, or Season 1. Season 1, if it all works out. But I'm saying, I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be awesome because I think we have a cool plan. I think it's going to be fun. I think people are going to have a great time getting themselves killed and finding out some revelations we're going to give them at the end of the Battle Interactive. So there you go. Another $2,000 is a GM screen. You always need a GM screen, so inserts, Another $2,000. Season 1, and this is a big one. This is a big one. This is the one that I really would like us to get to as this is a company, because I think it's a good idea. Season 1, completely free for all players and all GMs. That's right. People donate money. We want to give it to you for free. Look, we're a small company. We're smaller than Paizo. We're much smaller than Hasbro. We are a small, technically one-man company with tons of freelancers who work well below the rates they should and do cool stuff. That's just what we do. That's what happens. But we are trying our best to find a way that we can at least give it away for free to the players. So year one, if we reach that point, all the adventures will be free. Everything. Everything will be free. Well, not everything. Well, everything. I think all the adventures will be free. So you play the stores, you play them there. You still can only play them, the ones that are at the stores. That's because of the stores. You can only play in those locations. But those will be free. We won't be charging people money for it. Up to that point, we're going to be charging you money because that's how we keep ourselves alive. That's how we keep ourselves going. But we also know that causes a big wall of friction. When people can get it for free, it gives them more of a chance to try it out. It's like, I'll try it out. What's the worst that could happen? And that's kind of the mentality they have. And I'm like, I wish they wouldn't feel that way. But that's the mentality they have. So let's see if we can work that some way. Next up, another $2,000. We're going to be adding psychic magic to Neo Access. We've always had psionics. That's always been in their settings, so that's not a big deal. But psychic magic has never been put in. So then we'd be doing like a little psychic magic book, included into the playability of actual Neo Access legacies. And then another $3,000, and this is the long shot. This is a personal long shot because I know it's important and we have to do it. I think with this $3,000 would be enough to do it. We would do a Hero Labs to do for all of our races and stuff like that, so people could easily get online. We get it professionally done. A professional done guy, done very cool, done very awesome. We'd had it, and people could use it to play Pathfinder with our stuff for Neo Access, which I think is a good business decision. And then from there we go on to year two, and then year two the stuff they won. But like $6,000 is the minimum we're looking to build. Reach. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to try to do that day one. We're going to try to push this thing like up the hill because we want this to be a big success. This is going to be something that we want players to be talking about for years. About they were there at the beginning and they played the original adventures and they are awesome. And everything you could have imagined, it was even crazier than that. And we really want to focus on that. And that's why we got the people involved. We did. That's why we asked people to come and help. We said, hey, have some experience on Pathfinder Society because we want to do something similar, but we also want to do something radically different. We want to make sure that you understand that we are giving you something different. And that's important. That's important to me as a publisher and me as a creative person. It's got to be different. If it's not different, then what's the point? It's got to be something where you go and say, wow, man, this was awesome. I've never played anything like this ever. This was great. And that's what I want. That's what I wanted when I created Neo Access. And that's what I want for our organized play. I want people to be excited about it. And better still, a lot of people don't know, we're setting up points because initially, as we told you, when we first come out, it's only going to be our races specifically that we have for Neo Access that are playable in the setting. But if this works out well, which it should, if we reach, basically we have donor add-ons. So for every certain amount of donors we're going to add things to it. For example, for every 25 donors, and we reach 25 donors, half orcs are playable in Neo Access legacies. 50 will be halflings, 75 will be gnomes, 100 will be dwarves, and then we're going to get an additional Neo Access campaign setting added to the retail level. So, it's for guys at the retail level, they get 3 books, but then we're going to give them another book, something else they can get to use to sell to help make more product because we want them to get more product. We have a lot of product that people are interested in. 125 half elves, 150 you have to play elves. So 150 people donating, which is very reasonable for us, which we just do very well. We will be, you can play. You play Pathfinder, you don't know anything about races, come on, play, sit on down. Elton, thanks for putting these. That's why we just look. We're trying to make it good for everybody. So for 200, this is where it gets interesting. This is what gets really a lot of fun for other people. We're going to include Asimir, Knowles, Damfiers. 200 donors, playable, and how many times do you get to play a freaking vampire? And come on, that's boom. Also at that level, we're going to give another book to retailers so the retailer level is $50. And at that level, they get 2 of the actual, don't close to me, 2 of our campaign settings, 3 of our campaign settings for that price. But if we get enough people donating, we're going to add stuff to them so they can have 5 of them. Now, some people are like, well, that's too many. I don't know if I can turn that many. Look, if you got people wanting to play it, you can give one away. And you can sell the other ones and still do well. If they sell the 3 they get and just give the other 2 away, they'll still get fans playing them. People are like, ooh, what's this? Let me check this out. Let me play it. Boom. I'm just saying, that's kind of this. 250, for all you people who are waiting, here it comes. You can play Drow and goblins in Neo Exodus. That's right, drow and goblins. We're a big world. We let things like that happen. People want to play drow. Let them play drow. Why not? Let them enjoy it. 300 hobgoblins and ifrits are going to be at 300, and at 350, that's where we stopped so far. But I don't know if we can. I don't know if there's anything else I want to add to it. Kobolds, Tengu. Boom. You got enough stuff to play that you might play. These are classes you might play. We might add some more stuff from the race book. I'm still debating. But on Facebook, we're also trying to do stuff to get people interested. We're having a level of followers. We get 1,000 followers on Facebook. We're going to add a whole new faction, the Order of Kaga. The Order of Kaga, we haven't announced it yet. This is the oh my god, it's announcing it now. So yeah, so you get 1,000 Facebook followers. You're going to get the Order of Kaga. They're going to be our newest faction. Something else I got to add to that book. Then from there, if you get 2,000 followers on Facebook, we're going to include Section Omega. Section Omega was 110% inspired by the Psy Corps from Babylon 5. If you want to play psionics, you wish you could play psionics in the organized play, well, we'll have it, and now we're going to have an actual faction that you get to add in something right there. So there you go. That's the big thing. Now, here's the funnier one. So another thing that we always wanted to do was add like a social aspect to the game, and we really couldn't figure out a great way to do it. And then we came up with something that's kind of simple and kind of easy and kind of cool. And I've never actually seen this done, well, at least in Pathfinder and D&D. So at the $75 level, you get all the rewards you get on the 50 book level. No big deal. You also get a land grant, which means you get some other cool, you get an actual location that's yours. Boom. But you also get an actual title. You get an official title. You will be considered either Sir, Lady, or Dam in the actual setting. You will be an upper class of royalty. You will be considered a part of royalty. $75 guys, boom, $75. You can call your character, hell, Sir Lewis of Porter. You are a legitimate sir. You are a sir. You have nobility. You are from the upper class. And I thought that was a kind of a cool idea to do. I thought that would really, really work. And I kind of spun it off. And I said, well, what about at the $50 level? It's the $50 level, and that might be changing too. It might be going down in price. It might be lowering the price. At the $50 level, you gain the official title of either lieutenant or ensign, which means you're a member of the Imperial Navy or the Imperial Army. I didn't want to get all people crazy because some fans initially was going to be, let's make them all lieutenants. And then I said, I have a lot of friends who are in the Navy. They'd be kind of offended if I just said that. I'm like, yeah, they'd have a Navy. So Army or Navy, lieutenant or ensign, you get to play. That's your title. They will call you Ensign Lewis of Porter. You see how I did that? See how I keep putting my name in there? So yes, that is a possibility. That is something you can do. It is totally there, readily available for you to play and have a good time. That's why we're trying to build it that way. Also, just not to be left out, I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't have $50 to spend. What if I can't get the $50? Have no fear. I got something for you. So our Twitter followers, we said, okay, we're going to try to, like I said, we're trying to make the whole social media extravaganza. With that, at 2,500 followers for LPJ Design, we're going to give you a pet. It's tiny or smaller. It gets like one command, and it's like, it's a pet. It's a pet. You get a little pet. It's your pet. Not a companion. Not a little ant that does that. No, it's your pet. It's a pet. That's all he is. Will he do stuff? He might find a way to role play and do cool stuff. But like I said, he gets one command. Maybe you give him a cool command. So there you go. Now at $27.50, all donors of 35 and up. Well, really at 35. But really, up doesn't matter. You'll see why in a second. You'll either be considered either one of these two ranks, either private or seaman recruit. So you have, you have military service. You are in the military. You can add that to your character in description. At 3,000, it's corporal or petty officer. Still $35 donated level. At 32.50, it's sergeant. It's sergeant. Sergeant or chief petty officer. See what happens? You don't put an or in there. Or chief petty officer. And if we get to the whopping 3,500, master sergeant or senior chief petty officer. So yes, we've thought of for both of our friends in the Army and Navy. Sorry, Marines, just not going to happen. And Air Force, we don't have one. Sorry, that is. So you will have military service. You can add that. You can call yourself master sergeant somebody. That's kind of awesome. So that's cool. And that's kind of a nice little social way. So if you deal with other military people, they know it's like, hey, I have rank. I'm actually, I'm legitimate. I'm not fooling around here. I have rank here. You better pay attention. and you get that kind of cool feel. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think this is so much fun. I'm really enjoying this more than I should, but I really am enjoying it. I'm really happy. So that's what we're going to be doing. So if you want to try some living campaign stuff and you want to see something different from Pathfinder, even, you know, adventures from Adventurers Club, come check us out. We are going to make the stuff that when you're done playing, you're going to realize this is the most innovative stuff you've seen in a long time. That's right. Elves, Ron. Elves. Some people like elves. I'm okay with elves. I think elves are kind of crazy. But yes, drow and goblins. What's going to happen there? What's the worst that can happen there? I said that before. All right, everybody. Let me get out of here. Oh, I didn't even talk anything about comic books today. I really didn't buy any books today. It's been, you know, Wednesday. Like a busy day, so I didn't get any of that stuff. But if you're a fan of Pathfinder and you want to see more stuff, sign up for it. It doesn't cost you anything, and you get to see behind the scenes of all the crazy stuff we're doing. And now that we actually get the adventures, like the adventures are starting to come in. Not the 10 that I was talking about the Kickstarter, the intro adventures, the 4 intro adventures we're getting set to give out as soon as possible so people can check them out, read them, kick the tires, and see what we're talking about, and see if it's worth it to do this Kickstarter. That's how crazy it is. All right, I'm getting out of here. You all have a good night. Of course, as always, tell your parents you love them. Go give your kids a little hug and kiss. Tell them that you love them. Tell them they're great. They would appreciate that. I know Lucas does. He thinks it's crazy. He's like, don't do that, Daddy. I'm a big boy. I'm like, shut up. You'll always be my little baby, and I love you. That's what's important. All right, everybody. I will talk to you tomorrow.